Grand Rising. Yeah.
Good morning.
Morning.
I'm at home this morning, but I was tired last night, so I hope it's okay the way I'm looking. Or should I?
You're fine. You're with the
Okay.
girls. Here we go.
Yeah, I enjoyed myself so much yesterday, but I have a standing, or at least twice a week, 10 o'clock meeting, so I may have to leave like about 9:35, 9:40.
No problem. Glad you're here. Okay, I'm going to share the screen and we're going to listen to some good music.
Okay.
I am a queen, and we'll get started because we are that.
Yes, yes, indeed. And it seems like we're reminded of that.
Things you're about to hear are the powerful inner thoughts going on inside of the mind of a queen. This is the inner symphony of royalty, the epic soundtrack of a queen. I was born a queen. I was raised a queen. I got royalty in my bloodline. I've always been a queen. I'll always be a queen. When I close my eyes and die, I will be a queen. On my headstone, they'll write queen. Every time they mention my name, they will say queen. My legacy is royalty. My obituary will read queen. Every time they mention my name, they will say queen, because I am a queen. Every day that I get up, I say, good morning, queen. When I look in the mirror, I see a queen. When I go to the gym, I work out like a queen. When I eat like a queen. The stuff I read makes me an even better queen. The stuff I put in my mind is righteous, because all day I am a queen. From sunrise to sundown, from the moment I open my eyes to the moment I close them, I am a queen. I pray, I think, I speak, I walk like a queen. No loss, no setback, no mistake will ever change that. I'm a conqueror, born to succeed, anointed to prosper, blessed and unstoppable. And I will arise out of the ashes, because my God will not fail me, because I am, always have been, and always will be a queen. Greater is she that is in me than she that is in the world. I can do all things because with God, all things are possible. And I am a queen doing the impossible. Failure is not an option. I refuse to concede, because I am a queen when I bleed. My blood is royalty. And anything that stands in my way, I will go through it, over it, or around it, because I am a queen. Nothing can stop, blessed and unstoppable. I am the undefeated, undisputed, never be mother of civilization. The world says I'm a loser. I get up every day and go to war with that statement. Think I'm lazy. I'm hungrier than ever. Queen mode, conquering all competition. The devil says I have no money. Money comes to me easily, frequently, and abundantly in God's perfect way. The world says I'm crazy. The world belongs to the bold. They remind me of the losses I've taken. They said I'll never recover. I serve the God of restoration. I'll make a comeback. They say you can't pay your bills with dreams. Success will come off the assembly lines of my mind. They say I have average talent. Hard work and discipline are the greatest equalizer. Why don't you get a 9 to 5, a normal job that pays every week? Because I'm the head and not the tail, above and not below. Looks like your God has forgotten you. My God will never leave me nor forsake me. You really believe all that stuff you're saying? Destiny is obligated by universal law to concede to the demands of unwavering faith, and I believe I am a queen, committed, hungry, dedicated, fearless, bold, never wavering, full of faith, anointed, prosperous, strong, righteous, focused, disciplined, willing to do whatever it takes to be a queen. I will arise one day to make a believer out of all those who doubted me. I will live with no fear. I will boldly attack the things that scare me. They will not stop me on my destiny. No health issues, no job issues, no financial issues, no relationship issues. Nothing shall stand in the way of my divine calling because I am a queen. I was born a queen, raised a queen, have always been a queen, will always be a queen. My legacy is royalty. When it's all said and done, on my headstone, Bellwright, Queen.
Whoa.
What is the one thing that we all want out of our lives? Freedom. Freedom with our time,
Okay,
freedom with
gotta
our
get
money,
back to it.
freedom to work when we want, where we want, and with who we want. And you might not know it, but there is a simple online business that you can start that can get you that freedom in the next 30 to 60 days. Instead of building a
We're not building nothing right now but queendom.
Sheila, there is a question in the chat from Deetra.
Uh-huh. Let me get back there. Getting out of my way. Okay. I get that to you in a second. We're going to get started here.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm. Good morning, Queen Elizabeth. Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Oh my goodness. Let me see here. All you on Facebook, welcome. All of you who are joining us on YouTube, welcome. You can always join us on Elizabeth, ELIZABETH, visionaryconference.org, and you can join us in the Zoom. We'll only be on here for an hour, and then we'll continue the next hour from 9 to 10 privately on Zoom. So at any time you can come and join us. There's no price. We just want to be with you this morning. Elizabeth, I am a queen. My name is Queen Aduni, also known as Sheila Everette-Hale. And I just welcome you. We're so excited. We have some guests today. And so we're just going to go ahead and get started. I think I saw the main host. I'd like her to say hi first this morning. And she has two guests who are going to kind of roll it on out for her today. Yeah, let me see here. Okay, I'm going to change. So Raziya, Mama Raziya, you want to welcome everybody today, and we're glad to see you with us.
Yes. Well, I am pleased to be seen, and I am feeling better, but still getting having to run to care a couple of times a week. And I'm just really grateful that we have this healing support network of members who are willing to step up to the plate and support in whatever way they can our mission and our vision. We are a healthy lifestyle support system, and we have the motto of we teach and learn together, and that we are also collectively responsible for each other's health and well-being. So today we are so blessed to have one of our members who has just lifted us all to a higher level, as she shares with us that it was more than 20 years ago that she was diagnosed with diabetes and given the insulin scripts and all the things that doctors do. And she decided that she really didn't want to be on those drugs for life. So she investigated and learned that there was a way that she could do better. So we are so pleased to have her. The member that introduced her to me is Sister Deidre Porter, who has been just a very strong person to encourage all of our members to be at our best in taking care of ourselves and in taking care that we support others. So I'd like to introduce Deidre and Winnie, and they will take it from here. Thank you so much, sisters, for coming to the task with only a few hours' notice.
Well, thank you, Mama Raziya. I truly appreciate the words you shared, and greetings to all of you, and great morning and grand rising. It's good to be here. And I do have with me, she did not, oh, wait a minute, hold on. Winnie, I can give you the number now. She was looking for the number to call in. Okay, okay, 301-715-8592.
It's the password that I needed.
Oh, okay, all right, the password, oh. Okay, if someone can give me the password.
It's 446.
44.
Sorry, no. It's 466
466
003.
003.
That's what I have.
Okay, and that's what she input but wasn't able to. But I have her on the phone so she can talk still. You can hear her.
Yes, we can hear her.
Okay, good. Okay. Well, once again, I would like to say thank you to Raziya for, sharing those words about me. And yes, I have been involved with the Healing Support Network, and it's been a wonderful, beautiful experience. And I did bring on Winnie Brown. And Winnie, would you like to share some words?
I really don't know where to start. It's my first time, and I enjoyed meeting Raziya and her vision for food that I really like, and you taking me over there. I did suffer with diabetes for a long time until I realized that I had to clean my body out and change my eating habits and just make a big change. And that's when I started eating better. And it's really because of Dick Gregory. We were friends, and I still have his tapes in my car. And he would come here and do lectures. I was a member of Unity, and he would come here and talk. And I bought all of his tapes. So that started me on the path to what I call rices. And so I changed my eating habits, and I was able to, the last 10 years, I have not been diabetic. And I went to the doctor, and he was shocked, and I thought that was interesting because I had been getting vitamin iron shots from him and trying to keep my energy up. And I told him when I changed I stopped eating meat. I stopped no sugar, no salt, no dairy products, and very little black pepper. And I realized with exercising and treating my body in a different way, I get massages and exercise. I started walking 20, 25 miles a week at the Riverwalk. And when I went back to him to get a checkup, I stopped taking the pills like 10 years ago. I was a type 2 diabetic. So I stopped that stopped taking the pills, and I've been well ever since.
Yeah, thank you, Winnie. Yeah, because different people will come by, different doctor assistants or whatever would come by and check her out. And they would be surprised that, she's not on any medication or anything. So that's been a beautiful thing.
Yeah, I don't take any medication. I take about 10 vitamins. B's and C's and ginkgo and
Yes.
echinacea. I just take vitamins all day. I just had 4 D3s. I'm having breakfast. I have fruit. I've been doing fruit for the last couple of days and juicing. So I'm not really eating food this week. And if I do, it'll be some vegetables.
Yeah,
And I
because
do
for a
lot of
while,
green salads.
you did raw vegetables during the
I
week.
use raw. I eat raw through the week, and then I usually eat a hot meal on Sunday. Sometimes,
Yes.
if somebody I know is cooking.
Right. Are there any questions or anything?
Well, I'd like to ask, you had mentioned that you did not do you restrained from the black pepper. So are you able to use the white pepper? And what is it about the black pepper that is not good for?
I don't do any of it.
Or
If I restrain from sugar, can I take sweet and low? I don't do those. I just stop.
Mm-hmm. So you don't use the white pepper or red pepper. Do you use that?
Oh, no.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Any other questions?
I have a question. Good morning, everyone, all my sisters. And thank you for the information you share. Please forgive me, you see where I am, but this is where I am. I need to know, Raziya, do you have a restaurant that is open and we can come through certain days and times, or how do we access your services?
Well, Sister Love, we have started 34 years ago as a healthy lifestyle support group. And we are community-based, home-based. We looked at opening a restaurant and that kind of thing, and really decided against it in terms of our mission to make sure that people would look at the support group for several reasons and not just so focused on the food. We've always been open to the idea of having a restaurant and just have not financially done it. So we're home-based. We are now meeting in Southfield. We have a private membership. It's a private organization. We were told to do that by some of the sister organizations like us in other cities and other states. Membership is a yearly membership, and people are able to call in, pre-order, prepay. All members get a notice a week ahead, letting them know what the menu is, and the extra items are that are going to be available. So it's really private and working with each other, sharing information like Winnie just shared, making sure that people get to the location, sharing transportation, all of those things. And we found that we could focus on those better than having to deal with a brick and mortar restaurant, And you are able to have our phone number to get in touch today is 313-806-719.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can we have that in the chat?
Yeah, we'll put it in the chat.
And our startup date for this season is June. The first Thursday in June will be open for you to come by and put your feet under the table and enjoy the meal while you are engaged in a very fruitful discussion. There's always a discussion leader or someone who takes the podium and shares information too. So we are getting food for our minds as well as food for our bodies.
Awesome. I'm so excited to be able to connect with you at this time to be a part of that startup for this year. I think you and I met through Mustafa before he passed.
That's it. I've been looking at you every week and trying to remember how. Thank you for clearing that up for me.
Okay, I had no idea that you remembered. But yeah, so I'm excited about the opportunity to be able to interact with you again, and I'll get your phone number out of the chat so I can call you and get more information.
Okay.
God bless you for all you do. Thank you. Missed you last week. Glad you're back with us.
Thank you. Thank you,
Love
Juanita.
you, sis. Thank you.
Anyone else have something to share? We had a wonderful time. Not Sasha, but Sunzi and I went over to Raziya's yesterday just to, minister to her and minister her in her body needs. And that was amazing for me to watch Sunzi do her thing and Raziya, and both of them know a lot, so they're just talking that language. I'm sitting on the couch trying to stay awake or in the chair. And I mean, the conversation that they were having was just so amazing because they understood one another. Like when I talked to Pam or my son, Fame, or the team at Everett's, and we talked the hair language, and hearing them as masters in the health, natural health world was, just so gratifying. She knew what to do. It was just wonderful to see two masters working together to help one another. One of the other things is that there was a program that I was in prior years ago. And what it was, if you take, we'll take Razia's group. All right, so what everybody did was we agreed. What is that noise there? Everybody make sure that you are muted. There we go. So everybody agreed that once a week, or even if it was once a month or every other week, but if this program was once a week, everybody vowed that they would come and support. In this case, it was a restaurant. And so you had 100 people or that would vow to eat at that particular location every week. So even if I wasn't going there that week, I would make sure that someone went in my stead and and this would be money that, say, Raziya would be able to depend on for her bottom line. That's how they put that thing together. So that particular restaurant would know that her bottom line was taken care of so that she can focus on the profit side, because your bottom line does not take care of you. If you're an entrepreneur, it doesn't take care of you unless you have included yourself, and you probably should, in the salary of that. Then that way, and everybody knows, and everybody prospers, everybody's eating good food, and we're supporting one another, and can do that from business to business to business if that type of business is doable for that. So that's something that we just want to consider as a whole. We don't want to be just Elizabeth yakking. We want to be active in supporting our sisters in different ways that we can. at Peace had shared about that she's doing something for free for young people in Peace. What was that organization that you're working with? If you can pop in, but as she's popping in, that's something that we can, give $5 a week or a month or whatever, but we donate to that, to her, so that she can take care of the community. And that's just some things that we can begin to think about and be in action with the community.
Sheila,
Yes, dear.
before we leave this segment, I wanted to make sure that while Winnie is still on the line, this issue of the black pepper
Yes.
is very, very important. And I wonder if Winnie has feedback as to why she decided that she would limit the amount of black pepper. Now, I had heard from my teachers that black pepper is considered an irritant. It can be an irritant to the stomach lining. And so we need to be careful about the amount and to make it small. But some people discovered that the hard way. We had gotten this very sick feeling and hurt, pain, discomfort in the stomach after a meal. And someone told us it might be the black pepper. I personally took it very seriously and lowered my amount. And I had actually, Winnie, I had eliminated black pepper and I was using red pepper. But then when we start learning about turmeric and the high value of turmeric, many of the recipes require black pepper. They say that there's a synergy between turmeric and black pepper that helps both to do their best job. And that's documented, and there are recipes on the web and there are explanations that we share. So just wondered if Winnie had some experience that helped her to get to that realization or make that decision.
I was a hairdresser for many years, and I had lots of customers, and I would stand up and do my customers and hold my water till I had to go to the hospital and had a urinary tract infection. And then once the doctor, I was in surgery, he could see that tumors were forming. And he told me when I woke up that I would have to change my diet because I was standing up and holding my water, doing customers and eating bad food and not taking care of myself. So ever since he told me that, I changed my diet and I was vegetarian. Then I was doing a little chicken and a little turkey, and then I had to stop that. So I went to being a vegan, and I don't know what I am now because I just eat fruit and some grains. I really don't eat a lot of food because it's not good for me, and food just messes up your colon, and it just, I just can't explain it, but it really, a lot of us are dying from colon cancer because food is rotting in our colon, and you can't go to the bathroom behind anybody that really expels the meat and all that stuff. So I said, well, I just had, it was no contest for me to make a change. I just wanted to be, have my system clean out and be a better person and clear my mind.
Well, Winnie, I just want to say from the time I met you and realized you had worked with Motown as their main hairdresser, and you had met and worked personally with Diana Ross and all these people, and the
58 years.
lifestyle that they lead, the lifestyle of entertainers and so forth, it must have been quite challenging, more challenging than normal for you to make that switch around.
I took my juicer on the road with me to juice for them because I was there. I was a dresser and companion and chaperone. They were 17 and I was 20. So when Barry talked to me, we just had a reputation for Motown artists. We didn't do drugs and we didn't dress crazy. And it was just, we had 11 people on the road traveling to Timpson and Supremes. And we just had a really good lifestyle. It wasn't like other entertainers. He just had everything at Motown. Maxine Powell, his mother, she had a modeling school, and they taught the girls how to walk and talk and be ladies, and they lived up to that. So it was a pleasure. But I started eating right. And that changed everything because we as a race is really obese. And I didn't want that. All my family, my mother died from diabetes, my aunt, my grandmother, my other aunt, my brother, and my uncle. And my aunt was getting ready to get her legs amputated, and she just rather go to heaven. And she died before they could do that. And my mother had heart problems, and my brother was a sugar. It's everything sugar with him. So there was no contest for me. I knew I had to do better. And they didn't live a long life either. The 5 of them, they didn't. So people have to change their ways if they want to be around. And and all these combinations together, like macaroni and cheese, fried chicken, sweet potatoes, greens, cornbread, apple pie, pound cake. That's
That
all.
sounds like everybody's table on the holiday. I can see it all laid out.
It wasn't my Sunday dinner. I've been eating raw for years.
Yeah.
I just, hope they get the message sooner than later.
When you say you've been eating raw for those many years, can you give us an example of what your dinner table might look like, or what would be dinner for you as a raw foodist?
Actually, I have fruit for breakfast, so I juice every morning. And
what would the juice consist of?
Oh, I got books there. I just make different. Oh, today I did honeydew and cantaloupe. That was for breakfast, and I'll do some apple juice. And I got all kind of grapes and berries. I love blueberries, so I do a lot of blueberries.
I've heard that blueberries are like the king.
And banana and fresh
yeah.
carrot juice. Carrot and apple is great.
Okay.
With the eyes and your system. So I just have a lot of combinations. If I could see my refrigerator, it's nothing in there but apples, oranges, tangerines, all kind of grapes and blueberries and lots of water. I got alkaline water. I got about 4 gallons in there. And
proud of you. Yeah, that's great. Now, what does dinner look like? What does dinner look like?
I eat at Mediterranean restaurants most of my last 30 or 40 years, I usually eat at Mediterranean restaurant, and that's a big Spanish salad with turnips and olives, and that's it. I don't really have much of I like quinoa, and I love mushrooms, and I mix them together, and I love onions. I like onions and everything. And I like black beans. That's what I'm gonna have for dinner. I don't eat once a day. So I have some black beans that I cook that are frozen. I'll take those out. And I'll stop eating after 6 o'clock, sometimes 7. But I let me give my body a rest and start again in the morning. I drink a lot of water too. I drink alkaline water from down at the water station. I go down there every week. Go to Western Market. I'm a fixture down there because they have a organic section that I love. And
Well, Winnie, I'm sorry that we're not able to see you and that the group, the people on the call are not able to see you. Winnie is beautiful and looks nothing near her age. I don't know if she wants to share.
88.
You're what?
Yeah, and
80. Did she say 88?
Yeah, she's 88. Yeah.
Wow. Oh, we are so blessed.
Still, I wear a size 10. And in the better clothes, I take a 12 because they fit me. But I weigh 167 pounds. I'm 5'7". And I'm in good shape.
And next time I'm gonna go over and hook up Zoom for her, so she'll be visible next time.
Well, if we meet at the restaurant, wherever they say, I'll see them there too. Are you planning on meeting at a restaurant real soon?
No, she was talking about being at Raziya's.
Oh, okay. Well, over there.
All right.
That is
Now,
that's awesome. I was just wondering, I'm glad you asked that, how old she was, Winnie. I was wondering your age, and yeah, I'd love to see you.
I didn't retire from the board till I was 79 because they supposed to retire at 65. I didn't retire. I retired in 13 from Detroit Public Schools, and I was 79.
Wow.
I still taught. I worked down at the Fox 10 years, at the Fillmore where they have all the shows.
Mm-hmm.
Worked down there 10 years. So I've always had 2 or 3 jobs. So that's what I'm used to. And so you have to take care of your body. That's all I'm saying. You have to take care of your body. You just can't put that garbage in there. That's just what it is. Because, you know, you go to the bathroom, it smells like garbage.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so garbage in, garbage out.
Deidre, how did you and Winnie meet?
Girl at the restaurant.
Well, you know what? I met Winnie at Unity Church, Detroit Unity Temple. I met her there. And that's been about 6 years ago or so. Yeah, so we've been,
15, yeah.
It's been more than 10. Oh, no, it's yeah, maybe.
15, my daughter had just passed.
Oh, that's right, that's
Remember, I
right.
was getting counseling from Pastor Guy.
Yes, okay, so it's been.
That's it.
Yeah, so actually the minister of Detroit Unity, you know, referenced her to me, you know, told me to go and meet her and talk to her. And so that's how we met. And I was a teacher at the church, and I wanted Winnie to share some of her Motown experience with the youth. And that was wonderful. They loved hearing about, you know, being in that era of working with stars. So that was nice. That was a good time. So that's how we met.
That's how, yeah, exactly.
And then we talked, and she told me how much she really was a avid healthy eater. And I told her about Healing Support Network. And so then she said she wanted to, find out more about it. So that's how I brought her to you.
Right.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I got tons of books and yeah, it's been an exciting life.
Yes.
But things that I do, you have to take care of your body, you know. I walk 20, 30 miles a week at the River Walk. It starts again June the 7th. So you can meet me down on Jefferson at the carousel.
Right.
Because I'll be there. Starts at 8 o'clock, but I leave here about 7. And I walk down to Cobo Hall, and then come back, and then walk the other way to Belle Isle. And sometimes I take the DeQuinta Cut. And so we do that every Tuesday and Thursday. So it's really refreshing. Now I'm getting ready to walk around the complex here. This is from building 1 to building 2. It's a nice little walk. And I'm on the 3rd floor, so I walk downstairs. I walk up. And I said, people younger than me, they're just not able to do it because of what their diet. Yeah, I'm not saying everybody be a vegetarian or a vegan, but boy, the way we eat is it's a bit much. It's just too much.
Yeah, thank you for sharing, Wendy.
Okay.
Wendy just said something that's very important for us all to kind of let it soak in. She said she takes the stairway, down from her 3rd floor. So it means that we should think twice about jumping on the elevator because we're losing a chance for some good exercise. I think Sunzi also reminds me of that, how blessed we are when we do have stairs in our homes or in the apartments where we live, and use them as often as we can. That's excellent exercise going down and coming up. There are muscles that are happy that we've given them a chance to rejuvenate.
I had my shop downstairs, and there's 25 steps from my bedroom to my salon. And I was up and down every day.
Okay.
Doing that. So I just been here like 9 months. I miss my house, so I'm just used to taking the stairs. So it wasn't hard for me to get used to that because back in the day, I don't know, it's just different now. People take the easy way out, and I ain't giving up my meat. I ain't giving up. Don't give it up. By the time you get my age, you'll give up something because that's the first thing the doctor takes you off of. When you go to the doctor, change your diet. Tell you take it easy or something. Get some exercise, but people don't listen to that. They just want to eat and feel good and taste good and just overeat.
Okay.
Yeah. I like to have some classes on that. I got tons of books over here that I would like to share with the ladies. And we just have to do better. If we want to be better, we have to do better.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. And we definitely would be interested in those classes, Winnie. So we'll be in touch. Our program committee will be in touch with you.
Wonderful.
Winnie,
Yes.
I got disconnected, so I don't know if anybody asked this question. First of all, I want to say congratulations on doing what you did. And I want to know, are you still considered a diabetic?
Oh, no. Oh, a long time. Haven't been a diabetic. I don't take any medication. I take about 10 vitamins. I told you my doctor was surprised. But,
Okay,
no,
good.
I had to take quite a few pills when I was diabetic. Like I said, I haven't done that. I haven't been to the doctor in about. Let's see, I don't know my doctor. I think he retired.
Wow. Anyone else have any comments or questions? I
I
say,
have a, I
yes.
have a question. So when are you eating beans?
Be glad.
I'm sorry, you eating beans raw?
I can meet you anywhere. You can see me.
Okay, Winnie, there's a question. Is it Juanita?
Yes, yes. Thank you for sharing all this great information. So I heard you mention that beans are part of your diet or your menu. And my
Beans.
question is, are you eating beans raw?
Oh no, I didn't like beans.
So
And she
you
took
do
some-
cook the,
I got peas.
so you do cook the beans. Okay.
I'll eat them raw.
I'm just trying to learn how to do this thing to make, especially to make sure I get enough
You can
protein.
see, actually, you know, I
Say
have
it.
whole books
Well, I'm a-
here and salad books and like I get 2 Greek salads. I'm on my way to Western Market. I always have a bag of apples, fruit, and just cut down. Don't do it slowly like I did. And I just cut things out.
Yeah.
And it goes bad for my health.
Well, Juanita, I just want to throw in here that you asked a question about eating beans raw. What I'm learning how to do now is to sprout. And I know Raziya knows all about sprouting anything, but that's one way to go about eating your beans, making them, sprouting them. So I'm
Yeah.
working on that. So
Yeah.
Okay, so I can Google how to do that then, huh?
yes.
Yeah,
yes,
and Juanita, there's a lot of information, but if any of you,
Hold on,
Any kind of bean.
hold on, Winnie.
Okay.
Raziya is talking. Go ahead.
there are 2 beans that are very good raw, and that's the mung bean and the lentil, the same lentil that we use to make lentil soup, that green lentil can be sprouted and eaten as a part of your salad, or you can make a pate. You can make a sandwich spread with it. And it's really delicious. In fact, that lentil pate was my very first raw food. And that recipe was given to me by a woman in Highland Park. She's a great elder at this point. She still lives and she's in her 90s. So there are several recipes for beans, raw beans. And I'd be happy to recruiting people to help me with my sprouting ministry. And it will be a free class, and it's called Energy Exchange. So you can come over on the days that we do the sprouting and just help out and learn. So you're welcome to learn how to sprout your beans and eat raw beans.
Thank you. I see I was muted. Sorry if I'm unmuting myself at the wrong time. I didn't quite hear when the sprouting classes are going to be.
Well, they're going on right now. That the people did not let me stop sprouting during our winter break. So right now I have alfalfa sprouts that are ready to get, for people to pick up. But so we're sprouting this week, next week. So when people call in and tell me that they want to learn how to sprout, I can give you our schedule. You can give me the dates that you can come over. The sprouts is an ongoing activity. So you do something to them every day. But I can teach you how to sprout, start your sprouts here, and then you can take and start sprouting at your home. You choose the beans you like, I hear you have a chance to test out what a mung bean, a raw sprouted mung bean tastes like. If you like it, then you can say, I choose mung beans. We let you know where to get them, how to set up your jars. And it's easier than you would think. And I would love to see Juanita making her own sprouts.
And I would like to
Thank
say
you.
that I worked with Raziya on sprouting before. So, and then she's right, it's not hard and it's something that can be done and it's tasty.
Okay, so the Raziya, your phone number is gonna be in the chat, is it?
Yes, yes.
Okay,
And
I'll be looking for it. And I put
Yeah.
my phone number into you.
yeah, so we can get the sprouting as soon as you're ready to start. I can work with you. You know, you may want to see some things in person, but we can do a lot over the phone, you know, over Zoom or whatever. But in person is really important in terms of tasting, feeling the texture, and being able to see what it looks like, what it should look like. And then you're more assured once you start working with it at home.
Well, I'm looking forward to the in-person encounter, looking forward to getting your phone number so we can make it happen.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Wonderful. So thank you for sharing. That was awesome. That was awesome. Now, really, did you catch that early morning walking? She's a walker as well. So now you got a partner right down here by the water to walk with.
Okay, what's the name? Who is the name again?
That was Nawili. She's a walker.
Oh, Nawili.
Okay, so the river walk starts June the 9th. So I'll be down there. She can I give her my phone number, Raziya. So if she want to meet me down there, it'd be great.
Yeah, I'll get it to her.
What time?
Okay.
Yeah, maybe we can all meet you down there.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
that'd
would
be
be
great.
nice.
At the carousel.
Yes, I definitely want to see what you look like, Winnie.
Oh, well, while we what about this evening? Where are you?
Don't mess with her. She's
I know, that's right.
We'll have to create something around that. Awesome.
Detroit?
Yeah, we're in Detroit. Actually, Pam and I and Nawili, and let me see who else that are on here. We're right here by the Riverwalk. We're right here by the DeQuinda Cut, and
Okay.
yeah, we're right here by the Coast Guard, close to Belle Isle. So we're in your walking path.
Okay. So you guys gonna meet me down there on the 7th?
What day is that? We don't get through. Well, I don't get through until 10 o'clock on this every day, Monday through Friday. Yeah.
Through Friday. So I get down there about 7 o'clock. The walk starts at 8, but you have to register. Like, yes, DMC had it. This is my 12th year. DMC had it all the time, and then when Henry Ford and all of them changed, now AARP has the walk. So we got T-shirts before and energy bars and coffee, and it was really a nice time socializing. So I don't know what it's going to be like now since AARP took it over.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll be down there regardless. I'm gonna walk whoever has it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
We had a hand up, and I don't.
It was me. I was asking the same question because we
Okay.
live close also, down the street from the Riverwalk
Oh,
on
nice.
Jefferson.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Well,
ma'am.
Can I share something?
Sure.
Okay, so Winnie, I would really love to be with you when you're there, but I think those of us who are close by know that the Riverwalk is available almost 24/7, right?
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
And so for
Well,
those of
they
us
actually stop you around 10 o'clock because the police, they want to make sure everybody's safe. So around 10 at night is when they don't
start
want.
clearing it out.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay, so if we can't meet meet when if we can't meet you when you are there, maybe we can also set up some times and days that the groups can, different ones who are on the same schedule, we just invite each other when we're going down there, because I'm liable to go down there anytime that my travels take me that way.
Right. So
And
we don't have to wait till June, whatever. You want,
right,
whatever. I'm
right.
retired, so whatever day is. I don't have
I
no.
love it.
Yeah, maybe even through the Elizabeth Facebook group, is it, or page, or through your
Yes,
page,
yes,
Sheila,
yeah.
just to
Uh-huh.
share a message and say, hey, heading to the Riverwalk, come join me or something whenever we're down that way, something
That would
like
be
that.
good.
Maybe be flexible with each other.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but I still want to meet you, Winnie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to be down there on the days here.
I know Steve moved down there. What other restaurant? Isn't it a vegan restaurant on Jefferson? Or
It's
what's
off
that
Jefferson,
called?
but he is down there.
Years ago.
Yeah, they closed Mama Winnie. I can't even call you Winnie anymore. Mama Winnie.
Why do you call me Mama Winnie then?
Hmm.
Why do you call me Mama Winnie?
Out of respect, and that's how you feel to me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they it was the Vegan Soul, but they've closed.
That's on 10 Mile. Vegan Soul's on 10 Mile.
No, they have one downtown. That the first one was downtown.
Just moved from that way.
Yeah,
I sold my house over there, so I went down. Ginger took me down.
Mhm.
So they got one downtown too. Huh?
Yeah, and they have one on Livernois. We go to that one. Yeah, we sure did.
Yeah, but this one they closed. It was on Agnes, I think.
Yes, it wasn't on the main street. It was on the little street.
Any other questions?
This time, you guys, you don't have to wait till the 7th and get together.
Okay. Anaya Road.
Hania.
Ania. Okay, thank you for clarifying.
I had a few questions. I can't remember, Ma, but one that I'll ask is sister that the sister talked about your story, and I'm still remembering names and I'm multitasking. So is it Sister Winnie? Is that that one? Okay. Huh?
You can call me when you know.
Okay, well, I'm 70, I'll be 74. So not only would I be grateful to call you Mama Winnie, because you're the one who's 80 years old.
88.
Huh? 88?
I'm 88. February 21st, 1934.
Girl, I tell you, I want to be like you, my sister. My question is, what is your blood type?
So what?
What is your blood type?
Dang, you know what? I don't really know.
Oh, I've been kind of I've been oh, you're all positive, negative, one of those.
I gotta find out because I did somebody with blood type. So why do you ask me that?
Well, because I've been you know, when you're a student of wisdom and knowledge and truth, you kind of take a little bit from everything and look into it and research and see how it applies to you. Well, I looked at the diets for the blood types, and I've also listened to the talk about the people with the O type blood in this pandemic situation, you know. And so I am an O type, O positive actually, but I know there's certain foods that are not good for us. And I meant to look and see if the black pepper is one of them, because some people tolerate some things better than others. And I'm assuming part of that is due to their blood type. But I know that in spite of the fact that I love me some bread of all kind, I've had to narrow that down to the Ezekiel bread and the sprouted grain breads, which are, you know,
I like cornbread.
well, I make you some millet bread that you think that was better than cornbread, because my grandmother taught me to make cornbread from scratch, you know. But now I go better than that. I have a food mill. I like to grind flours and meals, and I do millet. I grind up millet, and I make it.
Yeah, I love millet.
Oh, girl, you got to taste it in the millet bread.
Yeah, I haven't had it for a while.
Well, and then even though I use an egg, it's possible to make it without an egg substitute. Like I used to use lecithin in place of the egg. But the other things of great interest and health content is ground almond. No, ground. I put flax seeds and sesame seeds, and then the flour I use is almond and coconut. So, and sometimes I use rice flour or oatmeal flour. You know, I just use a little of that I freshly ground myself. And then the millet meal, which is a different grind. It's not as fine as the flour. It's a meal.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, I like doing those things. It's just, you know, I'm planning on heading back to the city where I have a greater community of people who eat like that. Because here I live in the Lansing area, and there's not a lot of healthy diets. You know, people don't seem to think they need to change their diet, but they don't mind going to the doctor and letting them put them on all that medicine. And I don't want to be on medication, you know. Can I say?
You don't have to be.
Well, let me interrupt. It is the top of the hour, and
Yes.
we need to say farewell to our Facebook and YouTube friends. Everybody say, just wave your hand.
Yeah.
We are going. Remember.
So long, farewell. Don't care.
Yeah, and you can join us on our Zoom if you go to elizabethvisionaryconference.org and just hit the button that says the Zoom button, and it'll bring you right on in. We want you to register and be part of the Zoom, and then you can just use that same number every time that we every morning. Use the same number. So peace out. And we're going to continue on. This is some delicious stuff.
Well, listen, I'm going to take off too, because I have a Zoom meeting at 10, but I had to get my trash out this morning. I was gone the weekend, so I'm kind of behind this morning. But I'm enjoying you, and I plan on being with you many days of the upcoming weeks. So
thank you.
Have a blessed day, and all my queens. I love you already. Thank you.
Love you.
Peace, loving you.
Peace and love.
Queen Mama, I do need that link, that meeting ID and passcode hasn't shown up for me. I'm still registering daily, so I haven't actually seen the meeting ID and passcode that I can just reuse that. Were you saying that we should be able to do that?
Yeah, the same code that you initially got, and you're going back every time to hit the button to come in. No, it's the same number.
Because I haven't seen the actual Zoom meeting ID.
Okay, I will text it directly to you.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
No problem. So you won't have to go through the whole process every morning.
Thank you, my love.
Yeah, I appreciate you being with us and going through that every morning.
Y'all mean a lot to me. Shoot, get my medicine, my morning medicine. Thank you.
Yes. So Deetra, tell us about your something about you, what you do, who you are. You can't come on camera.
Yeah, I just finished my hair, so let me see what I look like.
Oh,
Let me change my, okay.
Or you're just amongst us right now, so.
Okay,
you're
hold on.
okay.
Yeah, I got it set up so. I can't see.
Hey,
Okay, I look kind of dark though. Ugh,
yeah, you need a light in front of you.
I do. Let me see if this helps. No. Okay, all right, y'all. Next time I'll be ready.
Okay, all right.
Okay, a little bit
Turn
about,
towards, is that a window to the side of you?
yes, it is.
Just turn towards the window and then we'll be able to see you better.
Oh, turn. Let me see. Ugh. It's just I do a lot of computer work, so let me see, wait.
Yeah, the computer has.
Put the computer in front of you and you face the window, and that light
There you
from the
go.
window will be your light.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, there you go. Hey girl, hey.
Hey.
yeah, there she is.
Yeah,
Good, all right, great.
yeah, don't deprive us of that beautiful face.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Right, what's up with that?
Okay, let's see here, a little bit about me. Let's see, I'm going to talk about kind of the things I'm involved in. That'll kind of give you an idea of the type of person I am. Let's see, I am a part of the Sierra Club. And if you have not ever heard of the Sierra Club, it's a grassroots environmental organization and it's national. So it's in every state across the country. But I've been a part of this for about 11 years. And even the last 2 years for Michigan, I was a chairperson. So I was the top of the line for Michigan with the Sierra Club. And we look at the quality of our air, our water, and our land. And that was very important because, of course, we want to be careful about what we breathe in, type of water we're drinking, and the type of soil that we're growing our vegetables in and things like that. So we take a look at all of that kind of thing. Now, moving on, I have also been involved in early education for 30 years. And my priority has been the Montessori education because I'm a certified Montessori teacher. So that's kind of what I've been doing, and it's been kind of ups and downs with that because of the pandemic and everything. So, because I even started my own company called Montessori in Motion, where I would go and visit parents with young children with toddlers and work with them on how to work with their child in a Montessori fashion. So it was wonderful. I loved it. And then I moved into working with the Metropolitan Detroit Diaper Bank. And I'm still working with them, every week, and that's a bank that actually gives diapers away. So if you have family members that need diapers, you can get them for free. And what I do also with that group is I conduct toilet training workshops, and I do that every month because I have one coming up in this week, actually on Sunday, next week, Sunday. So I give workshops on toilet training. So if you know anybody who wants to be a part of that, let me know, because that, once again, that's free as well. And you get a toilet training kit and everything. So it's really kind of cool. Now, the main thing I do is, for the last 5 years, is working with the Conflict Resolution Institute. And we affectionately call it CRI. And that's a company that I run with my husband. It's a counseling practice, and we deal with mental health issues. We run the gamut. So you can be a young child to an older adult. So that's been a wonderful experience for me, working with that. And so I don't know, that might give you an idea of the type of person I am. But are there any questions?
Deidre,
Yes.
how does one get in touch with the Conflict Resolution Institute? And more importantly, in this time when so many people are concerned about suicide rates or people saying they have no reason to live, and how does a parent or relative know when it's appropriate to refer someone to you? What are some of the prerequisites that you look for as far as who's appropriate to be referred?
Well, you know, believe it or not, Raziya, thank you for the question. That's a beautiful question. But I want to let you know that everybody that, you know, even if you don't have a issue with drinking or, you know, suicidal thoughts, or, you know, those are things you look for that you think, you know, you need somebody to talk to. But sometimes people just want to go to the next level, you know, and they don't know how to go to the next level. And they might not have any issues per se, but they want to know how to talk out their thoughts. And those are good things that they look at as well. So, but you can reach us here at 248-385-3498. Or you can reach us at contact@conflictresolutioninstitute.com. And I'll repeat that. If you want to
put that in the chat when you have a moment, that would be great.
Oh, I can do that. Yeah, that would be great. Okay. And did I answer your question, Sister Raziya?
Yes, I'm aware that when I talk to friends and family, people they see behaviors that don't seem quite right, but they're reluctant to make that move to really seek help.
Right.
And they also don't know what to say to that person, to say, you know, I love you and I really want you to feel better or whatever.
Right.
Are there some things that you think we could say to that person that we feel really needs support that would help him or her to really come? Is there's a, you know, a feeling that nah, I don't need it kind of thing, to the point of danger?
Yeah, well, that's a good question too. You know, sometimes you have to lead the horse to the water, but you can't make them drink, right? So you definitely have to offer them the option to, or call a number or something, you know, because sometimes people, they want to or they don't. So you can't force them, because that's probably going to be, you know, turn them away completely. But just offer, you know, gently offer. That's what I say.
Mhm.
And then, you know, believe it or not, young people, you know, they don't know what counseling is per se, but sometimes, you know, things start early, you know, that they need to have someone to direct them very early. And sometimes they don't listen to the mother or the father. So sometimes having an outside voice can help them to move to, you know, as they grow older, because sometimes serious, like 5 years old. And by me working with early education, I do realize that sometimes these children are traumatized so early in life. You know, you think, oh, they'll get over it, but sometimes you need to, you know, send them to someone else to talk to them that knows how to talk to a young child. So that's something to think about too.
Would it be okay if a young person was, you know, really reluctant, frightened? Can they bring a friend or someone that?
Yes. You can bring someone, yes.
So that would be okay. Okay.
Oh, great questions, Sister Raziya.
Thank you.
Is there anything else?
Yeah, teacher, I wanted to know, what was the impact for the children in particular in who share with you the pandemic? How did that really, and how did it impact them?
You know what? One thing that I learned about, working with children for 30 years is that they like security. They like things to be stable. And so what I found is with students that I communicated with during the pandemic is that you saw that they felt insecure. It was almost like, they didn't know what was going to happen. So it caused them to not be, really on point in their schoolwork, because literally, you don't know if you were going to school, if your teacher is going to be there, or you didn't know. It was very, it wasn't secure. So yeah, I think that's pretty much what I saw.
And how did you help them through that?
Well, once again, communication, really sharing with them that you understand what they're going through.
Mhm.
And that they're not alone, feeling the way they are. So that's really communication. That was the key point. And then working with the parents, oh my goodness, really working with the parents and making sure they had what they needed to build a more secure situation for the child.
Such as like having computers so that they can
Yes,
go
exactly.
to school
Computer, and even making sure that I was even willing to talk to the schools and make sure that there's still communication between the school and the parents, because sometimes it was parents they're not teachers necessarily, so they know how to do a lot of things, but some administrators at the school can supply those things for the parents. And they were willing to, but they had to know. Is there any other thing? Anyone else have any other questions?
I'm sorry, I'm having a little challenge here.
Okay.
So I'm trying to find out if there's any value in older adults, speaking of myself, who's dealing with the after effects of childhood trauma. Do you do like conflict resolution awareness events so that somebody like me could kind of share my testimonial of, what happens when a child experiences domestic violence in their home and how that plays into the diseases that we experience. I'm fighting breast cancer right now. I'm beating it down. I should say I'm overcoming it. I am a survivor for a second time in progress. And so I've come to recognize how the childhood traumas played into this and how I've got to uproot and offload so much of that toxicity.
Yes.
So would there be value in someone like me sharing? Because here at within the last, I'd say 5, 6, 7 years, my mom said to me at probably the age of around 90, she says to me, I never understood why you guys were so crazy. And I said, Mama, we were sitting at the dinner table and Daddy's turned the dinner table over with our dinner on it and setting the house on fire with us in it. And you never understood why we were so crazy. So that just gives you a peek at the level of support that in that particular area that I didn't. I love my mama.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
I love everything she did to keep our household on track and to help me to be the me that I am today. But there was a level of support that could have made a difference, and I might have been on a different. Truly, it was my choices because I was a rebel. Didn't know what I was rebelling against. I came out of my house after watching my mom beat up on. I'm sorry, after watching my dad beat up on my mom, I'm ready to fight everybody. So I come to school ready to fight because of what was going on.
Right,
in the house. And so that's still, I ain't taking no stuff, sister, because of that, it's
Right.
just so deeply rooted. I'm learning how to be gentler and be more tolerant and all of that. But it's a learning process that, so many of us don't get to. Even at my age, I'll be 68. I don't know, I'm still a baby to some of us, but even at my age, even at Mama Razia's age, or Mama Winnie's age, people still don't know what's wrong with me. I said, wow, I'm acting out, but I thank God, for this sister circle and those God has placed in my life who have helped me to come to grips with what I need to come to grips with. So
We
just
thank God for you too. We were grateful for you.
thank you. So if there's any value in me sharing that for, people who are going through domestic violence to realize the importance of making sure the kids are getting the help they need and the support, I'd be glad to share that.
Well, thank you so much. And I will definitely make note of that. And if I ever, be a part of creating, a kind of a circle like that, I would definitely call you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for all you're doing.
Anyone else? Well, this is some really, really, really good information, Deetra.
I have a question.
Work that you're doing. Pam, go ahead.
Deetra, I
Yes.
know that in counseling and talking to the young people, because I imagine that you encounter a lot of things, and you hear and see a lot of things. What do you do to keep yourself calm and not let what you hear and see affect you?
Oh, what a beautiful question. Believe it or not, in our Conflict Resolution Institute, we really talk about being an observer and not being a part of the mix, so over the many years, I've come to find out that sometimes you have to be an observer of stuff happening, and that even though I might be, somebody might be talking about me or something, but it's not me. That's not me. I can look at it and stand away from it. I don't have to be a part of it. So those are kind of things that kind of keep me, not affected, because I'm just looking, I'm just observing, so. Does that answer, you understand what I'm saying? Okay, good. Thank you for the question though, that's great. That's important too. Because sometimes things can be going on and I can feel like all a part of it. I can be, if somebody's being angry, I can be angry and just be all into it. But I can stand back away from it, and just look and say, okay. Thank you, Pam, for that.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I was reading a book called The Greatest Secret by Rhonda Byrne. And she was the one who wrote The Secret and did the movie.
Oh, yeah.
And so her recent book is The Greatest Secret. And that's exactly what she talks about, being the observer.
Yes,
yeah,
very important.
Yeah, and then that, because that's not you're observing, and it keeps you from absorbing.
Yes.
Yeah, because that's what they're going to, even in ourselves, just observe ourselves. And it's like,
Exactly.
really, is it really that deep, and then that what to be able to separate that, because like Pam was saying, I've heard of many people who take they absorb everything that the person is going through, and then don't do something to separate that or cleanse themselves when they get home, and they bring that home to the family, so on and so forth. So that's being that observer is one of the key things in our life that I'm learning.
What else is interesting is that even with sickness, if the doctors say you have something, even in that situation, it's a little tougher, but you have to observe that, not make it a part of who you are. You know,
Mhm,
yeah, that's a key one.
And
mhm.
meditation is really good at that. I know I'm not supposed to be driving along, but meditation is really good for that because it allows you to step back and just watch. You know what I mean? Just watch the thoughts
Yes.
go by, just observe, navigate, be present. So
Yeah,
that's
that's
good
true.
stuff there.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Peace, for that. Anyone else want to share or have any questions? Or have any questions in general? Oh, we're a quiet group. That's some good information. So let me ask you this. Dietra, do you deal with, especially when you're dealing with anger and all of that in counseling with the children or adults, do you deal with their, what they eat, their intake of food and that type of thing?
That's a great question. You know, we do, because we find that a lot of children and adults, you know, because of what they eat, they're mentally, they're affected by that food, you know, especially with children. You find that children, you know, they are really affected, you know, especially when they have ADHD and that type of thing. You know, we can look at that situation and look at the diet and make changes that can really improve that situation. So yes, you're right. That's a good question. Yeah.
Deidre,
Yes.
I was, as she was asking that question, I'm remembering that I've run across documents which talk about calming foods and upsetting foods. And that may be something that we should look at more seriously. I know that I was told that the upsetting foods are often foods that are harder to digest.
Yeah.
And so that's really how I discovered the concern about black pepper, about hard fried foods, about a lot of the salt and very heavily seasoned foods are often viewed, they're good, but because they can create a challenge for the digestion,
right.
Try working with the child who's got a stomach ache or headache or whatever. They are much more difficult to cope, you know, to deal with. Children who are not feeling well are often more likely to get into fights.
That's true.
Are more likely to refuse to follow the directions in the classroom. And of course, we know how in our own selves, headache or a knee pain or whatever affects our tolerance level.
That's true. That's so
dealing
true.
with friends and with life. So I think that would be something I want to look into more, to just look at what is it that's tangible that we could do.
That's a great point. You know, as you were talking, I thought about it because this is something I have to do every day. Every time I think about eating anything, I need to always ask myself, is this towards my life, towards living, you know, or this toward dying, you know, and ask myself. And if I should be able to answer the question, but if not, I need to research that before I put it in my mouth, you know, so.
Is this toward my living or toward my
death or my dying, right?
Yeah, that's deep.
That is deep, because it's like, I have to think about it. I'm like, oh, I really want this, but it's not good for me.
Well, we probably need to go and clean our refrigerator out, Pam.
Right, right, right.
Yeah, really. Mm.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yes, Mama Theru.
Hetaru, Hetaru.
Heteru.
Yes. Greetings and thank you for being thank you, Elizabeth, for putting this on again today.
Thank you.
I wanted to talk about something that's very dear to me, and it is our cleaning products that we're using in our home.
Mm.
You know, bleach, pine Sol, Windex, all of those things, you know, we have them in our home, but are they closed properly? You know, those fumes, I think those fumes coming from those products have an effect on us. Once I got pregnant with my daughter, I let all of that stuff go. I said, if I can't consume it or use it in my food, I don't need to be messing with it.
All right,
That
good
was my
point. Good point.
Oh,
that
wow.
was my take on it. We know bleach. I don't know if we know, but bleach was used as bio warfare. And we have that in our homes to clean. You know, we had vinegar before that. Vinegar, baking soda, peroxide. Now bubbles I can't consume, but most of my thing, like I have, when you open up my medicine cabinets, I have essential oils and food grade, like I said, hydroperoxide, things like that I use. Now I do use like the laundry detergent, but all of those things with all that high aroma to hide things, it's
Good. Thank you for
affecting our
raising that.
respiratory and
Thank
our mental. I'm done.
you. Thank you for pointing that out. That is key. You're right.
Okay, anyone else want to share?
Well, I just want to share and thank you, sister, for bringing that up about the products, the cleaning products and so forth. There was research done years ago, and I think the company was Melaleuca. So most of you probably have heard of that company, but in their startup years, they had this research that there was a higher rate of cancer among housewives and women who stayed home than there was among working women who were getting enough money to maybe hire someone else to help with their cleaning. And they put it to the point that often the housewives or people who were inhaling these cleaning items were coming down with very serious disease. And that got my attention. I'm not doing justice to the study, but it's worth looking at. The sister's bringing up some very important information, and it's a gradual thing. And women don't realize, you know, the little headache or maybe some of the breaking out of the skin or any number of warning signals are there, but we ignore them. And then by the time we go to a doctor to find out what's going on, it's had a chance to develop into a threatening disease like cancer. So I'd like for us to revisit this particular subject.
Somebody's
Okay.
okay, good, thanks.
Can I just say y'all call me red-handed?
Uh-oh, was that
Y'all
you?
call me red-handed. Y'all call me red-handed spraying this bleach on my toilet. After I sprayed the parasol on, so that parasol ain't cutting through. And I got the bleach. And while I'm spraying, here come Mama Heteru. How you say it? I didn't say it right, but anyway. Y'all call me red-handed, so I got my message for today.
You have the windows open. That's another thing. We clean and then because it was my husband that did that. I was cleaning and I love pine. So I love the way it smells. And he came in the house. He was like, huh? He was like, listen. He's like, Mama, had walk outside and come back in here. When I walked back in the house, I was overwhelmed. And a lot of the diseases that happen or the lot of the disorder, diseases that happen because we are not looking at things like that. Like my mom developed, she developed ALS, and they don't know what causes that. But one thing is consistent in our homes is those cleaning products. And I'm talking about that they're not even closed good. So could you imagine that this stuff is constantly seeping out, and then we're cleaning, we don't have our windows open, we don't have fresh air going. The same air is rotating and going around. So I didn't mean, I mean, I understand. I grew up with using bleach, but it's just not, it's not healthy for us. If they tell you
Divine order.
if you make a mistake and ingest it, what do they tell you to do? Call the doctor immediately. You know, flush and call the doctor immediately. If it's got that warning on it, I don't want it in my house. I can't have that threat there.
Thanks for getting that word across to me today. I got to clean up my cleanup act.
Yes.
Thank you.
Sisters, there's another memory that's coming up for me. I was in a lecture, it actually was at a church. The minister was speaking, and it was on health. And he was saying that we needed to be careful to realize that it's important where you live. He was concerned about many of the high-rise apartments, especially the ones that have been designated for seniors. Many of them don't have any windows that could be opened. You know, they're air conditioned and the air is just a different type of ventilation going on. And those buildings without the ability for fresh air to come in are considered more toxic to our bodies. You don't kill over right away, but he was suggesting that we needed to look at that because a lack of fresh air and all of the sprays and things that are being used could be shortening our lives. And it ties in with the heavy use of Lysol and bleach, the cleaning fluids, and they're just in the air because if you don't have ventilation in that building, you're breathing that into your body. So it's something to think about as we choose where we're going to live. I, for one, have been voting for seniors to be supported in living in their homes as long as possible, being able to open their windows, their doors, walk out in their yards and so forth, rather than being relegated to living in the high-rise senior apartments. And if we are going to have those apartments, as a community, we should advocate for buildings that have windows and doors where fresh air can come in.
Well, that is key. So let me ask, what products are cleaning products do you know of that are safe to use? I wanted to say organic, but I'm going to say safe to use.
Well, for me, what I like to do is I make my own. I'll put like I'm an Aldi shopper. I enjoy Aldi's. They have a cleaner that's made with thyme. And what I'll do is now we can't use the vinegar is not good to use in your bathroom with your tiles because it breaks down the what is that? The grout. It breaks the grout down. But
Okay.
for the tub and whatnot, I'll put a little food grade peroxide in my bottle and a little vinegar and then a little bit of my soap suds that I use for my dish cleaning liquids. But the vinegar is the cleaner. That's what we used before bleach was introduced. Um, what else do I do? I make my own. I would, like I said, I use dish detergent, and they said to move away. You know, I love the foamy soap, but that stuff is the devil. They said that stuff is highly toxic, and your Dawn dish liquid. I've seen that some of the products in that we have to look at what they're putting inside of the product. I like very basic stuff. I don't need nothing to smell nice. I don't need uh you know how they have a lot of the things that have different ingredients in it. But what I do is, if I want the scent, I put my oil, lemon essential oil, peppermint, eucalyptus. I'll drop that in with my vinegar a little bit. And when I mop the floors, again, I'm using the vinegar, the food grade hydrogen peroxide. I make my own. I'm not buying anything off the shelf
Mm,
unless I have
You
friends
know,
who are making those types of things.
wow.
I've heard of there's a product called Super Green, I think, which is available in some of the stores, and it is viewed as less toxic.
Hmm.
And I'll just have to look at my husband buys it, and he insists, we don't need the bleach and the Lysol and all these things, because he was introduced to the fact that these things were quite harmful over time. And there's also I think it's grapefruit oil
Hmm.
that is used as a cleanser and detox agent. So that's a good subject that Sister Haru has brought, and it's worth our doing a program on, because we do need to know, and we do need to recognize that stores are selling stuff because these things sell.
Yep.
If people stop buying bleach or stop buying the harmful substances, they want to stay in business, and they could replace them
Right.
with safer products.
Mm. Right here in the chat, Sasha has joined us. If you want to share, but I'm going to read what she says here. Alcohol or white vinegar, essential oils, lemon peel, and Castile soap.
Mhm.
Oh, and water to dilute. That's important. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, that's nice.
Deidre
Thank
had her hand up.
I had my hand up to read what Sasha said. I wanted to make note of it. So that was it.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Anyone else want to share? Well, all kind of love things.
Well, I want to say thank you. I truly enjoyed this conversation. I think it's very to the point and is important. So thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome. You are so welcome.
I can't wait to go for the walk, the Elizabeth walk.
Oh, yeah.
Appreciate it.
When is the conference, Sheila?
I didn't understand you.
When is the
Oh, I said,
conference?
Winifred, just want to say for this valuable information to include me and Raziya and Deidre.
Thank you, Winnie.
Thank you.
Yeah. Juanita, what were you saying?
The Elizabeth conference is coming up later this year. When is it?
In August, we need to come together and begin to create what that's going to look like. And I'm looking at the first weekend in August. You see if that works for everyone. And yeah, because we're right here. We're May,
Creator
June,
Day.
July, August. That's really 3 months. And before you know it, it will be here.
Be tomorrow.
Of August 6th, the first Saturday in August for me every year for is Thursday with the Temple of Zion.
Oh, I see.
So I cannot. It's the day we decide to support nothing else. So that Saturday.
So is it just that Saturday? Because it'll be more than 1 day. Something's happening with your sound. Yeah, yeah. Okay. All right, so we are, y'all want me to sing to you or what do you want? What do you want? Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't think I can't now. Okay. You see, we're at 9:46 and we have come to a very quiet moment of quiet peace. So 1 second, I'm gonna get these words. I'm gonna sing this, I'm gonna do this song for you. And this is really how I feel about all of you. It's called No Matter Where You Are, I'll Find You. It was created, my husband created the music and then I wrote these words to it. He calls the song 11th Dimension. And the 11th, there are 11 dimensions in the universe, so on and so forth and stuff. But the words that I was trying to create words around that with the little understanding that I know about it. And so this is what I ended up with. And I really want to share this with you because like for me, you know, I was told that my husband and I were married before we were kings and queens. And my son was our son. And when I met my husband, he loves to meditate and get with spiritually. He likes those people that are more guru and that they are living that life, not just talking about it and so on and so forth. So I love my husband. We are very, very compatible with one another. You know, when I met him, he plays, he types, he writes. I write, I have a secretary, so on, and I sing, he plays music, and we just had a lot of things that were in common. We're both Aquarians, so, you know, that might be very interesting there. But we're very artistic and so on and so forth. So anyway, I wrote this song. I'm going to play the music while because it hasn't been recorded yet. And I'm going to share that with you. In time or space, there is no place where the essence of you is not felt. From the moment I met you, I could not forget you. Your fire made my heart melt. From one dimension to another. Some said I should not even bother. To find the true love of my life, my soul bears witness to this light. I have a longing in my soul. It has me yearning out of control to touch you, feel you, hold you tight, to feed your passion all through the night. It doesn't matter what era or dimension, my life is full of the intention to find out where and who you are for our love to continue from afar. No matter where you are, I'll find you. No matter where you are, I'll find you. No matter where you are, I'll find you. I'll find you. No matter where you are. No matter where you are, I'll find you. No matter where you are, I'll find you. No matter where you are, I'll find you. I'll find you. No matter where you are. cleaning your house music. In time or space, there is no place where the essence of you is not felt. From the moment I met you, I could not forget you. Your fire made my heart melt. From one dimension to another, some said I should not even bother to find the true love of my life. My soul bears witness to this light. I have a longing in my soul. It has me yearning out of control to touch you, feel you, hold you tight, to feed your passion all through the night. It doesn't matter what era or dimension, my life is full of the intention to find out where and who you are for our love to continue from afar. No matter where you are, I'll find you, ladies. No matter where you are, I'll find you. No matter where you are, I'll find you. I'll find you. No matter where you are, no matter where you are, I'll find you. No matter where you are, I'll find you. No matter where you are, I'll find you. I'll find you. No matter where you are in this life or the next life, whether black or even if you're white, in the sun, in the windy breeze, sitting on the moon, or in the depths of the sea, in this life or the next life, whether black or even if you're white, in the sun, in the windy breeze, sitting on the moon, or in the depths of the sea, I'll find you, ladies, I'll find you. I'll find you, even on Zoom. No matter where you are, I'll find you. I'll find you. I'll find you. I'll find you. No matter where you are, I'll find you. No matter where you are, yeah. No matter where you are, no matter where you are, no matter where you are, I'll find you. No matter where you are, 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 I'll find you. I'll find you. I'll find you. I'll find you. No matter where you are, I'll find you. I'll find you. I'll find you. I'll find you. No matter where you are, I'll find you. No matter where you are, 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 I'll find you. I'll find you. I'll find you. I'll find you. I found y'all.
Sing your song, Mama. Sing your song.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yay!
I like that music too. It was groovy and funky. Yeah.
That's cool.
Heatheru, is that how you say it?
Taru.
Heatheru, I love your smile. It must be hard for people to be sad around you.
Yeah, I won't allow it. I allow it. I won't allow it. I won't let it. I want you to go through your thing, but we're gonna find something else. We got to. I'll find you.
Yeah,
Let that be today's affirmation. I'll find you. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I used to be real negative, and my husband told me, he said, if you changed how you saw things and how you looked at things, your life will change. And ever since he told me that, it's been different.
yeah. That's so true.
Yeah.
That's so true.
But thank you. It's the Elizabeth of me. Thank you, Pamela.
Yeah.
Yes, Lily B, were you gonna say something?
Oh no, hey y'all, hey beautiful ladies. Hey y'all, hey.
Hey,
Happy
y'all.
Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Well,
Well,
please, go ahead, Razia.
I just wanted to say to Sister Haru, I was told quite a few years ago that what we think about expands. And that really affected me. What I think about expands. So if I think about joyful things or, pleasant things and what I'm grateful for, that expands. And it has been so helpful for me to remember that during this time where we see so much negative on the television. And I try to correct my conversation with people who are calling in with lots of worry and concern, and say, we need to be careful what we're talking about, because what we think about expands. And I just am very grateful for um, this activity that we're having, this experience with Elizabeth, that we can expand those more positive things in our lives.
I like to
So
think of
thank you,
life.
thank you.
You're welcome. I was just gonna say I like to think of life as, us dropping a drop in the water, a body of water, and those ripples spread out, and they go so far, so far, and
Yeah.
eventually they hit something, and then they come back. So like I had to let go of circles and cycles and circles, and move more to spirals, where you spiral in and you spiral out. Because as something is spiraling in, there's a wave that
Mhm.
has it go out. So it's doing both at the same time. But I went through it was a rough time after my mother passed. I was okay with her, with her returning to her source. But I think what my vision of death was something that I didn't know about until it seemed like my mom called and said, "Hey, I'm ready to go." And I think I was mad because we've been told other things. You never know the moment or the hour. When it's happening, they know. They know.
Yeah.
And then I said that I believe that nothing takes us away from here. We decide we can go to the light, or we can stay here and deal with. Some people choose to go, and some, you know what I mean? And to me, when a moment comes, I don't think it's bullets or disease or I don't know. I don't know. I think sometimes the spirit says, you know what? I don't have to be bothered with this anymore. I can go here and be free of this. So that's what freed me up from having these angers about death. And this all happened before COVID. So I think going through that prior, that's why I was able to come through this in a different way and looking at it in a different way. This ain't it, y'all. This ain't it. This isn't it. It's greater than this.
Absolutely.
It's greater than this.
Yes, it is. Yes,
Yes.
it is.
So.
There's no place to go but back to God. Yeah, I mean, back to source. But I want to share this one little thing, is that my cousin was sharing about her mom, who was my mom. They were cousins, my mother and her. And she said that her mom told her, "I am ready to go." And she was her caretaker. And she told her, she said, "Get me ready." And so she said she did. She dressed her in her dress and everything. You remember this, Pam? She dressed her up and had her, and put her to bed and stuff in her, I think it was a white dress and everything, and laid her down, and she went to rest. That was it. She knew, I'm ready. Get me ready. She got her ready, and then she left. Now that's beauty.
And then she had also said that my mother and my mother's sister were talking to her, telling her, "You might as well come on," because they had already gone.
Oh.
And they told her, "You might as well come on." So she did.
Yeah, it was beautiful. I mean, their leaving Earth was beautiful. You know, just it gives, like you said, it gives you a whole different perspective when you see somebody that you love who's handling it well. Yeah, that was beautiful. So no matter where my mama is, I'll find her. And she may, in the next life, she may be my sister. She might be my next door neighbor. You know, it's like, there's something about you that is, my mama used to say that, you know, the kind of thing. But, you know, we will all be together in you know, for lifetimes. But no matter where you are, Elizabeth, I'll find you.
Yeah. Thank you for finding us at this time.
Yes. Peace and prosperity for your day today. Have a wonderful day and create it the
Likewise.
way you want it. And yes, let's give ourselves a big hug. Come on, everybody, give yourself a big hug. Because if
Consider
nobody else
yourself.
hugged you, at least you hugged yourself.
And I'm
So,
hugging all of us. Yes.
all right.
Love it is. Love.